I am very not good today. It's just insane. The last time I felt this way was before I moved out of my mom's house in 2019, and I was sick in bed for like a month and I could barely walk. And it's like, I don't know if it's thanks to the stress and all that, but basically it's like it's like my left leg, my left leg and my left arm are just like tingling and numb. And like yesterday I just felt like I was having full blown like shock, like the feeling of like shock where like I didn't know what it was, but now I realize it's like shock symptoms where you're like tingling, sweating, palpitations, like low blood pressure, and you're like sweating and you just feel really disassociated, and that's what I've been having. And it's funny because I went to the gyno last week and we're supposed to have the ultrasound, but I haven't heard back yet, so I don't know if my insurance has cleared it. I'm having low back pain, and it's funny because she didn't and I'm getting this weird like grumbling in the left side of my gut that I haven't ever really felt. It's like just like this like churning feeling, and it just like keeps doing that. And it's funny because it happens like it keeps happening at night lately, and it's like during the day. Well, things have been really stressful at work too. It's like one of my bosses is away, and she's on vacation, and so she gave me her basically. She is like she handed me all of her work in a way. So I don't know if the other boss knows this, but basically I'm answering all the phones, and I'm checking this inbox and making sure there's no email in there. We're on the phone with each other like for over an hour a day now, and she's calling me on my personal phone, so the line isn't recorded, so my main boss can't hear that she's like, first of all, being pretty snippy with me, even though I like her, but like she's being a little bit like, on a short fuse, probably because she doesn't like doing work while she's on vacation, but she's kind of, being a little short with me for no reason. And then my other boss, I'm setting up listings for him, but the webmaster took down the website yesterday, or took down some photos. I would never take down any photos, and last night he's calling me, he's texting me, like, what happened to the photos on the website? As if like I took them down. Why would I take them down? And of course it's Paul. And so after the freak out from last night after work, it's like I was already like, okay. So he's like, and he's like, then today he's like, the site is looking even worse because these listings I was working on weren't published. And yet, because I hadn't changed the status, but they were still being put up, and he's like, well, you're not working fast enough. Like, what you've done 4 all day? That's all you've done? And it's like, and I told him, like, I'm working with my other boss, hey honey, and she's calling me, and I'm working with her, and he doesn't really know what I'm doing with her on her role. So it's like between the two of them, they're both like yelling at me, and yesterday they were like really just being a little out of control, and everyone's out of control, and it's super hot out, and like I feel like I'm in the middle in a pressure cooker, and my low back is hurting so much, and I feel like it's like when symptoms are like this bad, but like you don't feel like you can go to it's not like going to the hospital is gonna help. Like, once I went to the emergency room when I was a kid, and all I did was wait there, and I felt weird, and I just waited there, and then they just told me I was fine, and they didn't even really check me out. But I need to have my, just right here, my stomach examined, and I need to figure out what's going on, because I can't live like this anymore. But I don't want to go to the hospital, and I don't want to go to the emergency room, because I know I would have to like push for something, like help me, like you have to do like some kind of ultrasound, MRI, whatever, but that's gonna happen. So as long as I'm gonna be okay till then I don't need to go to the emergency room. But I just feel so bad, and I can't. It's like my whole leg is tingling, and I've had this problem for a long time. It's like it started when I was a teenager. I had stabbing pains down my leg when I was a ballet dancer, and no one told me to go to the doctor. And so I didn't get it checked out. And then I started to get these veins in my left leg, like pooling. And I thought it was just like, I don't know what I thought, but I was just a teenager and I already had like veins in my legs. and I just never got it looked at, and I didn't know how to get help, and now it's just getting worse. And it's all related to something here that's impeding my hip from moving forward. I can tell because it's just like one leg is shorter, and it's all these different little symptoms. But I needed the ultrasound. I needed to get the test. I need to feel better because this week, I don't know if stress is like exacerbating it or if it's just the time, but you know, this feeling of disassociation, sometimes I've attributed it to feeling like some kind of spiritual awakening thing, and there was a time when I like barely could breathe actually, like my ribs, it was as if it's like there's scar tissue here that's built up, and I think some of it did heal because I was in bed for a month in 2019, and again, I didn't go to the doctor, I didn't have health insurance then. And it's just like this mystery thing. And it's like, but this feeling of disassociation is like, that's like shock. And I don't know, I just don't know how long I've had, you know, issues or what exactly it is, but I know there's some scar tissue or something going on here, and I need to just they need to just clean it up. It just needs to be cleaned up because, and it's just weird. It's like since I was a kid, I've had a weird, like I know that I have hip dysplasia because I went to the hip doctor to rule that out like the other month, and my hip like doesn't sit right in my left socket, so like it's just a little bit off, so that probably doesn't help matters. And then, you know, when I was just a baby, I had a spinal tap, and then I had like a sledding accident where after that my tailbone was like throbbing all the time. I just don't know what it is. I don't know. Like I just want to know, but I know that it's like my left side, and then there's this weird grumbling. You want some food, honey? I'm sorry. Okay. But and no one wants to hear about this. No one wants to hear about it, of course. But it's like now it feels like I can barely walk. And when I was sick in 2019. I had like drop foot, like I had like on my left side, it's like I could barely like use my left foot, and it's like my left foot is always like rolled in because like my tailbone's always popped out, and I just don't know. There's something impeding my leg from like sitting in it, from something right here, and I just don't know. And I need it solved because it's not a life to live like this. Like people think maybe that I'm sad or I've been sad or I have problems or I'm depressed, but it's not even that. The whole reason I came home to Chicago, the whole reason that I had to stop my life was because I was in so much pain. I was having tingling in my legs, my lower back, I had pain. And now now I'm just zeroed in on it because I had so much. I think your body like hides things from you, when you are not dropped into your body yet, as they say, when you're younger and you're not dropped into your body yet and you're not awakened and all these things, and your body, and you have like trauma in your body, like say maybe you've been abused, which as a child I was molested by another child, there's a lot of things, but your body blocks off pain from you, and so you don't even feel like exactly like you can't even feel how your body is, how can I explain? It's like you could feel pain in your left leg because your right leg, because your left leg is being overused because your right leg isn't working, there's something wrong with that. Like, there's just all these weird things, and I don't know why I'm rambling about this, but the point is, my body blocked off a lot of pain from me for so long, and I was compensating in a lot of ways. I was gripping with my jaw. Instead of using my abs, I was using my jaw to turn my neck. I was using my neck and my jaw to turn for a long time until like the past couple years when I've really dropped into my body and like awakened I can feel everything now. But I'm just so, I'm in so much pain, and it's just this feeling here and just this tingling, and it's I know that going to the hospital or something is just gonna be you're fine. And you know, I've had doctors like go to the doctor and I've asked for x-rays and stuff before, or not x-rays, I've asked for like, you know, CT scans or MRIs or whatever. Obviously MRIs are hella expensive, and that's another thing that sucks about being fucking broke. Like, you know, get your health issues, like when you're like, you know, it's not like I would invest anything in my health now, but at the same time I don't want to waste my time and my energy. It needs to feel right, and I need to just get this ultrasound, and I think that'll at least rule out whether it's my ovaries, whether it's like, you know, something with my ovaries, and it could be something with my you know, diverticulitis. I have, the symptoms are very similar, like, but it's like these symptoms of like shock and just like feeling really like I deal with these symptoms like low back pain and just feeling like weird walking and, you know, having hip hesitation and just feeling unbalanced and weird all the time, but it's really exacerbated now. As I said, I don't know if it's stress, I don't know if it's because it's, you know, divine timing or whatever, but either way, it needs, like, I'm not gonna live like this anymore, you know, like, I have to fix this. This is not a life. And so if anyone ever thought I was depressed or upset, it's because I'm in so much fucking pain all the time. Like, I can't even stand normally. And before 2019, when I was like healing some of the pain, like, and I was in bed for like a month, I couldn't even stand still without like circling my hips because I was in so much pain that it was so uncomfortable to just stand still. And I was like, my jaw was, it's still so tense, but it just feels like even my neck is like crunched, and I just feel so bad all the time. And I'm like living such a lower quality of life due to my health issues. And I'm too young for this, but I've been dealing with this since like I was a teenager. I've been seeing signs and symptoms, but I've been ignoring them, and then they've been like, getting worse and worse and worse, and like they weren't being fixed. So I waited. I didn't know that there was something wrong. I just thought, and it's funny because how do you know if you feel bad? Like, how do you know what the baseline is for feeling? Like, that's the thing about the human body that's so weird, is like you can't even know what the baseline is for everyone else, how they feel. And your body can get like sensory amnesia where, you know, you haven't felt a certain way in a long time, so your body forgets how it feels to like stand up straight or be normal. But all I know is like it just feels like my hip wants to push forward, but there's something holding it. Like there's something that's, and then it's like tingling as it pushes forward. And my arm is just tingling. I can't, you know, I can't. And this is like, in a way, it's like made me superhuman, that I've had to live with so much pain and deal with it and be so sensitive. And I've also had to be sensitive in a lot of other ways because I just thought, again, it's like I didn't know how to help myself. I didn't know, I couldn't even feel it. I couldn't feel where the pain was coming from. I was so disconnected, you know, before. I just felt pain, like, you know, pain, and I didn't know what the root was, and now I feel it, you know, it's here. But it's just insane that I've had to live with this for so many years. And I'm gonna go now.
Hi, Dean.
Alright. But I will be praying and saying my affirmations and writing out some affirmations because I need to solve this. I can't live this life with a sick person. I need to, like, you know, that ultrasound needs to give me some answers, and if that doesn't do it, then I'm gonna keep digging, and I'm gonna get my answers. I'm gonna figure it out. And I've just heard from so many people who have mysterious health things, especially with stuff like in this area and all that. They say just like keep pushing for answers, keep trying to figure it out, because no one is gonna help you. And also, if you know something's wrong, that's all you need to know. Like, your body knows when something's wrong. Like, I felt, you know, much better a couple of weeks ago, like, you know, but then you know when you feel like something is wrong in your body. And I knew that something was coming up, and this pain, you know, that something was going to happen. So you could just feel it. But yeah, I mean, I know I'm gonna get better because I have to, you know, I have to because I can't, no one should live like this. I've had to even like get all my elastic removed from my pants and like wear drawstrings on all my things. This is like super loose because it's like a men's size. But I've had to remove all the elastics on my pants because it irritates my stomach so much. I mean, is that a way to live? I mean, I just thought I was sensitive and I just, again, like kind of gaslit myself for so many years. But I'm just like, I've reached the end of the rope where I need to like, I need to solve this. So, you know, pray for me and I'll be okay. But it's just, yeah. I need to figure this out, and you know, it's my, you know, focus as much as it can be because I have to work and I have to live my life, and it's my mom's birthday, and I'm gonna be visiting my family next weekend, but I need to take it really easy, and you know, I don't know, it's like I need to try and like, you know, just be healthy and just rest easy and just take it really easy until I can get the ultrasound and all that. So. Okay, good night. What's happening?